Hi you guys, it's Angie Bell with My Fairy Treasures. How you doing? Okay, what I want to show you guys today is how to make, and this is like, I already made part 2 and part 2 taped, but part 1 didn't tape, so I don't know what happened. Anyway, let me set my timer because I only have 15 minutes to make a video at a time before I have to go into part 2. Okay, so I just want to make sure that I don't go over any minutes. I don't want my video to be ruined. Okay, here we go. Okay, so what I'm going to teach you guys is how to make some envelopes. Very easy way of making envelopes. I think the easiest way that I have seen yet, and I feel like I created this myself. I saw some tutorials, but I thought I could make it an easier way. So this is what I could come up with. Anyway, I've made these library card pockets, and you can see that they're really big. You can make them any size you want, and the great thing is you can use your scraps, okay? Here's an envelope, a regular envelopes, and you can use your scraps. Or you can use whatever beautiful papers you have to match, let me go like this, I'm sure I'm in frame, to match whatever project you're working on, whether it's a mini book or a card or a journal or whatever you're doing, okay? So the first thing we have to do is we have to make some hinges, and that will make sense in a minute. But let me show you how to make hinges. You want to take some craft paper, doesn't matter what color, and every inch, let me just make sure I'm in frame, you guys, really quickly. Okay, yeah, I'm in frame. Good. Because that'd be horrible to make this whole video and I'm not in frame. Okay, so every inch you want to score, and what you're doing here is you're just making a bunch of hinges. You're making more than you're going to need, so you're going to be obsessed with this, and you're going to want to make library pockets and envelopes for everything. So you just have a whole bunch of hinges set aside for that and for this project. Okay, so now you just scored like that. Now, I already have one that I already pre-did. Where is it? Yeah, right here. So I'm just going to use the one I already had done. Okay, we're going to put that away. Take our scissors. And every 2 inches, every 2 lines you're going to cut. Okay? So let me do that. Every 2 lines you're going to cut. You just cut right on that line that you just scored. Okay, so this is going to make, this is right here is 3 hinges. So you have a score line right here in the middle. You're going to hold on the score line. And these are all the hinges. These are really important that you have these hinges. Okay? This is what attaches your envelope together. This is what gives a nice gusset in your envelope, so you can stuff a lot of stuff in there. You like those words? Stuff a lot of stuff. Okay, anyway, now enough of acting silly. You got hinges. We're going to put the hinges aside. Okay? Next, we need to do some cutting. Now, you can go ahead and make these envelopes any size you want, whatever the project is, or whatever scraps you have laying around. But I would like to see what I did here, just so I can have a reference, because I'm not going to use scraps. 5.5 by 8, so it's a pretty big envelope. Okay, so we're going to do 5.5 by 8. This is some beautiful paper. Okay, and we're going to do 5.5. Yeah, you have to make sure you're like going the right way. 5.5. Wait, that's not right. See how I messed up almost? Okay, here we go. 5.5. Okay, by 8. Oh, and you guys, you know what? Oh, okay. It's fine. I'm going to show you guys something I just caught myself. I'm not going to make in this envelope. I made, anyway, I won't even go into that. I'm going to make the library pocket first, okay? And even though I cut this out, it's fine. In fact, what I might do, we'll make a big library pocket. We'll use these two pieces. So anyway, we're making this, okay? Doesn't matter the measurements. You make it whatever scraps you have left or whatever size you need it to be. Okay, so now what we have is we have two pieces, right? We want to measure 2 inches. Let's get our cutter. Put one of these aside. And we're going to take 2 inches off of one of them. Okay, so here we go. Take that off. Now let me bring back the other piece. So now we have 2 pieces. We have, let me put this down. We have a longer piece and we have the shorter piece. Okay? So now when you put those on top of it, that's how you make the pocket. See how it's starting to look like a library pocket? We'll do something with these corners in a minute. Okay? Let me lay it down here so you guys can see it too. Sometimes if I go up too high, I get out of frame. Okay, so now this is where the hinges come in. Take our hinges, and we're gonna put the longer piece of paper, this one, to the side. We're gonna work with the shorter one. Okay, so we're gonna measure all the sides, and you just want to cut your hinges to the length of each side. Okay, so I know I need, that won't work. I need 2 of those. Okay. Okay, we got those 2. Let me make sure what that was for. Yeah, that was for the length. Okay, now we need to do 2 on this side. And of course that doesn't fit. Okay, so now we're going to measure 2 on this. Okay. Alright, let's see if this one measures, if this one's the same length. Yes, it is. Okay, so now we have 4 hinges. Make sure you guys can see all this. We have 4 hinges, and we have this, okay? So now what we want to do, I'm going to put these hinges aside, take 1 hinge. Where's my score tape? Here it is, underneath the pile of crap. Okay, you want to put the score, you want to put the, the score tape always on the edge, opposite the opening side, okay? So do that on all 4. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, keep going. And I love this score tape, you guys. I get it at Walmart for like $3.50 online. Walmart online in their craft section. And it comes, I mean, this is like, I've used half of it, so you get a big roll of it for that. So it's a good little investment. It's the best I've found so far, price-wise and how much you get for your money. Okay, so we're going to put this one on. We're going to put them on all 4 sides. Sorry, I got to put my head in the frame for a second because I got to see the edge of that. See, I didn't quite get on the edge, but that's fine. Okay, next one. Does this go here? Yeah. Okay. And the reason it's going to go on all 4 sides, and it'll be a little more self-explanatory in just a minute, if that's a word. You will understand in just a second why I'm doing that. Okay, let's stay in frame. I got a little tickle in my throat. Okay, again, now put this one on the bottom. Make sure you line it up before you place it on there. And this is the other thing I want to tell you guys. Inside where the fold is, you can't be going over the fold because you need to fold all these pieces into each other. So if you go over the fold, cut off a little bit. It doesn't have to be exact, just cut off a little bit. Okay, like this one here. Let me see if I'm getting inside the fold a little. Yeah, I am. So just cut off just a tad bit to make sure you're not in the fold. Because if you're in the fold, how are you going to fold things up? It isn't gonna work. All right, we're good. Take off this. Okay. And put this one in. Okay, now this one here, let's see how we are, where we're at. Okay, the one here at the top, you're going to put another piece of double stick here. And what you're doing is this is going to be your opening. You're reinforcing your opening. so that when you're taking things in and out of the pockets, you don't get that tearing at the top of your library pocket. Okay. And bring that on itself. Okay. So now you have that one on itself, and this is going to reinforce the top of your library pocket. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put tape on all 4 outer edges at the top of the outer edge, which means opposite of the opening of the gusset, which sounds confusing, but I'm going to show you so it won't be confusing. Okay, so you put a tape here, bam, all 3 sides. Then you put tape here. Okay, and you put tape here. I love this tape too because, like I said, you can just rip it off. You don't have to get the scissors and start cutting. It just rips off, so it makes it really fast. You can work right from the roll. I love it. Okay, make sure your tape is really down good. And let's start getting this off of here. There we go. Just throw them on the floor like I do. You may or may not want to throw them on the floor. But anyway, go ahead and lift. You can go ahead and seal that right now. Okay, you can see how that worked. And take this one off. Okay. So there we are there. Okay, now we're going to go back to, remember our, let me lay it down. Remember our bigger piece? We're going to lay that down. And we're going to line this up. And I'm going to have to stand up, so it might be in frame, sorry. But I got to see what I'm doing. Okay, lay that down on top. Use your bone folder. And do all 4 sides. Okay. Love this. Okay, you guys, look at this. How fabulous. Isn't this cool? And then look inside. Look at the gusseting inside. Hopefully you guys can see that in the camera. See how much room you have to stuff. Look at that. How much room you have to stuff a bunch of things. See? Love it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just to make it look more like that. We're going to go ahead and use a corner puncher on the corners. You can get a little fancy, use a little Martha Stewart corner punch if you want. Let me just do that again. Make sure I got that corner good. Okay. Okay, and that's it. And that's how you make a library pocket. And you guys, look how huge that is. I love this big old library pocket. Fabulous. Okay, well, that is it. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my camera, go to part 2, because I'm about to run out of time. And in part 2, I'm going to show you how to make an envelope like this. One of these. Or one of these. Okay? So now you have, now you guys have a tutorial on how to make these really easy, nice gusseted library pockets. Aren't these fabulous? These in your mini books, journals, whatever. I just love them. And also, I don't know if you guys know, most people do know, I have an Etsy store. I sell a lot of metal embellishments. Please check that out. If you haven't, I have a lot of new things in the store. I have some sales going. It's www.myfairytreasures.etsy.com, and it's on the link below, so you can just click on the link below. If you haven't subscribed to my station, please do so. And I think that is it. And, oh, I just want to say hi to my design team. Love you guys. You guys are awesome. You do wonderful work. And I think that's it. Okay. You guys go ahead and go to part 2. And like I said, in part 2, you can learn how to make these. Okay? All right. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.